All right, go ahead and follow along in your packet to look at the classroom items. And so as we go through this, I also want you to make them plural because very often these classroom items are in plural form. And it's just a good review of our how do we make things plural. All right, so one school is la escuela. Again, write down the pronunciation because you're going to have to know how to say these and listen to these words as well. So it's la escuela. C-U-E has that Q-U sound. Escuela. Multiple schools, then, if you make that word plural, like there's space there to do so, is las escuelas. One pencil is el lápiz. Notice the accent over the A. El lápiz. Now write the plural form of pencils. Los lápices. Notice that Z changes to a C and then you add your normal ES. There are two words for pen. Again, I don't care which one you use. El bolígrafo or la pluma. Your choice. El bolígrafo or la pluma. I will use la pluma simply because the first ink pens were a plume or a feather that was dipped in ink, so I can make a connection with that word, pluma. But you go with whatever word. Now, if we're going to make these plural to say pens, then it becomes los bolígrafos or las plumas. El cuaderno means notebook or binder. So whether it's a spiral notebook of paper or a 3-ring binder, they typically call either one of those el cuaderno. El cuaderno. Again, the C-U-A combination sounds like a Q-U. The way that I remember this is if you have a big spiral notebook, you can have a subject divider, or you can divide your binder into 4 sections, into quads. And so when you divide it into quarters or quads, it sounds like cuaderno. So if you have notebooks, that is los cuadernos. Again, write the plural form on the page of vocabulary in the blank space there, just so you get good practice with that. All right, a chalkboard. Even though I don't have a chalkboard in the front, I have one off to the side, but I'm going to call the whiteboard a chalkboard just to keep it simple. So a chalkboard is la pizarra. Roll your R if you can. La pizarra. Chalkboards, las pizarras. 1 Z, 2 R's. The way that I remember that is I visualize drawing a pizza on the board. All right, a cognate, la computadora. Definitely a cognate. Remember that suffix of DOR or DORA means ER. So computer, la computadora. If I have multiple computers, it is las computadoras. La regla is ruler, one ruler. Multiple rulers, just add your S's. Las reglas. Calculator, another cognate. La calculadora. And again, the CU sounds like a K. Calculadora. So don't make it sound like a Q like we do in English with calculator. It's calculadora. If you have multiple calculators, it is las calculadoras. Again, the simple rule of it ends in a vowel, add an S. El libro means book. It looks like the word library, and of course, books are in the library. So the word for books, plural, is los libros. Chair is la silla. Double L sounds like a Y. La silla. If If you have multiple chairs, plural, add an S, las sillas. Backpack or book bag is la mochila. La mochila. So the CH has a different sound. Remember, H's are normally silent. If we have multiple backpacks, add an S. Las mochilas. Chalk is la tiza. La tiza. Ends in an A, so you add your S. You don't change the Z to a C because that's only when the word ends in a Z, and this ends in an A, so you just add your S. Las tizas. Now here's the weird thing. In English, plural of chalk is chalk. It's not chalks, so don't translate las tizas as chalks. El borrador. El borrador. Remember, DOR means ER, so that means an eraser. If you have multiple erasers, like in the picture, los borradores. So this ends in a consonant, add your ES. Paper is a cognate. Change the R in English to an L. El papel. El papel. If you have multiple papers, los papeles. Again, it ends in a consonant, so you're going to add your ES. La carpeta is a folder. Multiple folders, las carpetas. La clase can mean class or classroom. Notice it's a masculine, feminine exception, so this will have a little star next to it in your packet. Multiple classes, first hour class, second hour class, etc., is las clases. And again, if I want to say Spanish class, remember it is the class of Spanish. La clase de español. If I want to say science class, la clase de ciencia for fourth hour. El mapa is an exception. If I have multiple maps, los mapas. A student desk, el pupitre. I don't have those in my room, but in other classrooms you would have los pupitres. Pupitres. I have tables, la mesa. Mesa. Multiple tables, las mesas. Teacher, a female teacher is la maestra, ends in an A. A male teacher is el maestro. If we have multiple teachers that are girls, las maestras, and I add a couple of male teachers to the list, now it becomes los maestros. Mixed company are all male. Teacher desk is different than student desk. El escritorio. El escritorio. If I have multiple teacher desks, los escritorios. Student. If it's a boy student, el estudiante. If it's a girl student, la estudiante. The only thing that changes here is the L or la before it. Never make it estudianto or estudianta. If I have a group of boy students, that is los estudiantes. If I have a group of girl students, las estudiantes. All right, go ahead and do page 47. Pause the video and then resume it once you've made your guesses. Try to answer what vocabulary words these are. Don't forget el or la or los or las with it without looking. See how many you can do without looking and then reveal the answers. So pause the video now. All right, so let's go over the answers. A pen is la pluma. A teacher desk, el escritorio. A chair is la silla. Chalk, las tizas, because there's 5 pieces of chalk. A student desk, el pupitre. A table, la mesa. An eraser, el borrador. Chalkboard, la pizarra. A folder, la carpeta. A ruler, la regla. Papers, los papeles. And a notebook, el cuaderno.